This earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
Real wrath of God type stuff.
Biblical. No, not yet.
Gentlemen, Lieutenant fight in here. This is the war room.
I came here to give you these facts.
Dogs in here, living together. That's hysteria.
We're going to live on. Today, we celebrate.
Flabbergasted by the Audacity.
I had nothing, by the way.
Do you ever have anything?
I have so much stuff last time.
You're
What do you
fucking
mean?
useless.
This guy.
You know what? Do me a solid. Start the show.
Alright. Welcome to Flabbergasted by the Audacity. My name is Jamal.
I'm Patrick, and today we're introducing a new guest, Michael. Not
Mike.
the other Michael. That was Mike. This is Michael. This is a whole new person.
The whole new
Say
guy.
hi, Mike.
Hello.
The whole new guy, man.
Nice to
Introduce
be here.
yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Michael. I'm a student, and that's pretty much it. That's
You're doing engineering, right?
I study engineering.
Well, what are you planning to do with that? What's your what's like your go-to job?
We'll see. Probably to do like research later if I can.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
hopefully the plan.
Like, are you trying to give him a midlife crisis? Because I can see on his face
Yeah.
you're putting him in distress.
Yeah, I know. I'm under duress right now.
I need you to
man.
calm him down.
Freaking out, he's like,
Yeah,
yo,
we just
maybe.
started and it's like this.
I came here to have fun, and you guys
Oh,
are just
shit.
making me think about life's big questions.
Yeah. So fast.
Yeah, so like like your kids, like when are you gonna get that
Yeah, I
going?
know.
We talked about this before. we
That's
even
my
started recording.
parenting style. Yeah.
He doesn't want kids.
Yeah.
That's fine, honestly.
To be honest, we're just waiting for the big sleep, all three of us.
There's too many of us. Welcome back to the show. This is a special episode. Why is it so special, Patrick? Why is this episode so special?
Is there a reason? Why are you asking me?
I thought. Oh no, that's next week, right?
No, yeah, next week is a special episode.
My bad, bro.
Dumbass.
My bad. I thought he was a special episode. That's why.
Well,
No.
technically, anytime we have a guest, it is special.
Yeah,
so
it
I guess
is
you're not
very
wrong.
special.
I guess you're not. So
Very
you asked me the
special.
reason.
Yeah, it's very special. It's also to have a guest. We don't have many. No one really likes us. So it's very...
We'll have a guest and they'll never want to come back.
No, just came back a couple of times.
Well, Justin does enjoy it, but other than him, no one else wants to come back.
Well, look,
Claude did too.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
We'll see.
he called us, never contact me for the show ever again.
Before we get into it, as
Yeah.
per our weekly tradition, our
Yes.
words of wisdom.
Oh god, last week was hilarious. I loved last week.
Oh, you did?
Last week was so funny.
Well, this week's words of wisdom is development
Oh,
of
okay.
last week's words of wisdom.
Perfect. Okay.
So Jamal, you recall last week's
Yes.
episode opening?
I do.
My girlfriend was going to a nightclub.
Yes.
There was the words of wisdom or something about trusting others because, you know.
Because your girl's going to a nightclub.
Exactly.
yeah.
Fair
All
enough.
right, so there's been a development. Long story short,
She's not going.
no, this already happened. It's already
Oh, it
happened.
happened. Okay.
Yeah. So long story short, she was hand raped.
What?
What? What?
She was hand raped. Yes.
What do you...
So later today, when I see her, we will be cleansing said hand with black magic, and then we are going to track down this so-called man, jab him in the throat hard. Next, knock his legs out from under him, blast his hands off with a sawed-off shotgun. Did I mention we went to buy a shotgun on the way to his place? Well, we did. A classic sawed-off, by the way. A double barrel. And after having turned him into Stumpy, I will proceed to live out my most gruesome fantasy. Starting from his feet, I will unload buckshot into his body, and with each shot move upward. Now, in said fantasy, he is conscious and constantly screaming for repentance. And in between every two shots, I'd say something dark and witty. Like it was an old action.
I need to get outside.
If you could stop interjecting, that'd be great. And just before I blow his head apart with the final shot, I would say, all you had to do was dance with her, nothing more. Then boom, lights out, sweet prince. I'm not mad though. So anyways,
Jesus.
this
Are
week's...
you good? Like,
Is everything alright?
like, God, damn. Go get some grass. Go touch it. Go touch it.
This week's words of wisdom are, everyone deserves a second chance, except for this guy.
How long did you have to write that? What?
I wrote it this morning,
Even
upon hearing the news.
Yeah.
I'm honestly a little bit confused, like, right now. What happened?
Hand rape.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. He's looking at. I have no.
A
clue what
man
that means.
forced his hand into her hand.
Like he,
Oh.
like he held her hand.
Yeah.
Well, do you
that's
know the
it?
context? Like, 'cause some dances hold hands.
I haven't
Yeah.
gotten the details yet.
Okay.
But
Okay, so you're assuming that it was like sexual, but you have no clue.
No.
She could have fallen, and he was picking her up.
it's not a mosh pit.
Doesn't make a difference.
Wow.
You're wearing heels at a nightclub. You could fall.
Okay.
If you're drunk enough.
I will have the details. Next week's Words of Wisdom will be a continuation of this
Next
three-part.
I'm going to call the cops and have you arrested.
It was kind of aggressive. I don't want to needle you on this, but
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Okay.
You sound pretty mad.
I'm not mad.
Alright.
You sound
It's
pretty
a lot of
mad.
ideation for someone who's not mad.
I was venting, okay? This is pent-up aggression throughout the...
No,
100%. I can definitely tell it's
I
pent up
believe
aggression.
it.
That's a lot of
I
pent
Alright,
up.
I'm just waiting for the big sleep.
It's like, can no one hold
What
their
the fuck's
hand?
the
Like,
big sleep?
ever?
The big sleep
Death?
is... Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Big
glad
nap, the big nap.
you deciphered that. You're very smart. Very intelligent.
Jesus.
Are you waiting for it yourself, or are you waiting to give someone the big sleep?
You know what? The big sleep should be handed out to every individual. Because every
Well, that's the
individual...
guarantee, right?
Yeah.
Everyone gets the big
Everyone
sleep.
gets the big sleep. But
Yeah.
if you give it to them early, you're just a saint.
Okay, sure, buddy.
Anyways, it's too late to say this is all for comedic purposes, entertainment, okay?
All right, buddy.
I hope you realize that.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into the actual news of the week. Jamal, what you got?
Well, the only development that I have is a story I talked about last week about the kid who got his lemonade stand stolen.
There's a development? They find
Yeah,
it?
well, they didn't find the guy, but I knew it was gonna happen. I fucking called it. The community got together. They bought him a new stand, bought him a new cooler, and a guy bought him an Xbox because that's what he was saving up for. The story is that this kid had a lemonade stand in Ottawa.
To get an Xbox?
Yeah, he was raising money. He
Okay.
brought the money with him, which was smart. He went to go to pee. Why he went to go pee? Literally, some fucking guy in a BMW, nonetheless, steals the lemonade stand and the cooler. I'm like, bro,
The whole stand?
the whole stand. Like, just put him back in his car and drove off. I'm like,
kind of impressive.
if you're broke, just say it. Like,
It's an
why-
ad for BMW. All that
That's
space.
not, but if the person's driving a BMW, the person just has something against lemonade
I
stands.
guess maybe or
They don't need
something.
the lemonade stand 25 quarters. in
Yeah,
there.
you know,
what
so
I mean?
so he stole it. So the community got together, and so now the kid said they interviewed the kid. He's a cute kid. And he was like, oh, I don't know what to say. He's like, so what are you gonna do now? He's like, I'm gonna raise money for a car. Okay, good luck on that one, bud.
A BMW.
I'm going. The Xbox was affordable. A car?
Yeah, you should.
On a lemonade stand?
Yeah,
Good luck, bud.
don't have a chance.
Yeah, but so I thought it was a nice feel good. I almost said to myself, I think if I ever need money, I'm just gonna make a Kickstarter. Make a Kickstarter. Make it really depressing intro. Oh, my mom beat me and I need money to leave. You're
No,
gonna
that's
get
not
like 10
Kickstarter.
grand.
You're talking like GoFundMe. isn't
Oh yeah,
it?
GoFundMe.
Yeah, Kickstarter is like
It's for
like
companies.
people who have
Oh, for
good
company-
ideas.
oh, then GoFundMe.
Bad ideas, Jamal. Bad
I didn't mean it
ideas.
like that. I didn't mean it like that. No, I didn't mean it like that.
You know, so like a GoFundMe and be like this, like a really like sad sob
Yeah.
story. Get the money and get out.
Yeah.
You know, don't post any updates. Say that you died. And
Apparently,
get the
people
money.
actually do that.
Oh,
though,
for
right?
sure.
That's kind of like it's kind of sad.
It's fucked up. It's just the fact that we're able to do that now in this day and age. Like,
Yeah.
it's that and OnlyFans. It's like I never thought I'd ever see the day where it's like any girl's like, I'm hot enough, I can make OnlyFans, and then they make like money. Like one of my friends, you know, Jason,
Yeah.
his wife does OnlyFans. It's
Wife?
Okay.
Yeah, he has a wife now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he got married.
This man's life is incredible.
I don't know who this person is, but it's
Jason's
pretty
a friend of
impressive.
mine. He left Quebec because he's French. He's never got it. So he went to America. We stayed in touch. Moved down. He went from Maine. He moved down to Texas.
Okay.
Met his girlfriend there. They hung out. Moved in with her. Whatever. He left her. Moved back up to Maine, and like they were still like kind of like on talking terms.
Yeah.
And then he was like wanting to do when he went down to Maine first. He was like, "Oh, I want to do sport management." Then like he did something else. Basically, he just went to the military. He said, "Fuck it, military."
Yeah. Okay.
And he got
When all
married.
else fails.
He just got married. I was like, he married his ex girlfriend. I was like, and then like when I remember the three of us were talking, she's like, "Yeah, like I made like an OnlyFans." I'm like, "What?
Oh man, good for them.
You made a what now?" I'm pretty sure she's made money. Hey,
Well,
I'm not hating.
if you can.
Yeah,
You know
if you're
what
not hating, man, make the cash. I mean, like I'm asked me to make $1 million a month.
Who?
That Twitch streamer there, Amaras.
I'm not familiar.
She-
Okay,
she's
someone makes
really-
like a ton of money.
Listen, her Twitch streams, legit, half her streams are her in a in a fucking kiddie pool with water. She's wearing a fucking skin tight white shirt, and if you donate enough money, she'll put water on it. I'm like, you're disgusting, and the money she makes so much fucking.
It's
bank.
$100 a drop.
Oh, but to be
so
fair,
much,
that's pretty impressive.
so much
like,
bank off of this, man. It's insane,
it's
and
pretty
like.
impressive.
I'm
I
just
didn't-
upset because I'm jealous about it.
Yeah, you don't get that option.
Exactly. It's like, and it's not even that. It's not even that. I've never paid for OnlyFans, but I have read it is it worse? And she's like, listen, she doesn't even get naked. She's just in a bra and panties, like she like teases it, and that's it. I'm like, that's fucked.
Well, it's the
That's
chase
so
versus the catch.
But isn't
right?
the whole
I
thing like? Isn't the whole thing of OnlyFans that it's supposed to be like more personal than just watching normal porn? Like,
Well,
isn't
it's
that the whole
like-
thing?
it
Isn't that
can
what
be.
people pay for.
It can be normal porn, but it's like I know from what I've heard is that you can like you can request them. You can be like, hey, if I give you $25, I want a specific video done. Like I want you to I don't know ride a dildo, whatever fuck. So you like you do that and then she'll pay you.
And it
You can
costs.
like what I think what's really strange is you could like message them. I wouldn't like that. I don't know. If I'm watching porn, I want Dillian Harper. Hey, I'm like, no. I see you there. I don't need to see you here. Like, I'd be weird about that. But like, why are you
worse
talking to
for
me?
worse for the girl. Could you imagine you have these crazy ass
Oh,
people
for sure.
like,
The girl
texting
would
you
be
all these like
insane,
insane
man.
things. Like, can I have your socks, please?
Yeah.
Can you relax?
But they're asking for it. That's part of the job. If they don't want that to be a thing, then they don't have to
This
do
is
it.
true. I mean, I do know.
And they're working from home, so they're never outside.
I did
Well,
read.
yeah, but can you imagine going to the grocery store? You're like just trying to buy apples, and this guy's like stalking you through aisle 6.
He's like,
Yeah,
Could
but
you
honestly, if
imagine?
like you just put a cap on, you're good.
I guess.
Even if someone like thinks like, "Hey, I vaguely recognize you. Do I know you?" And you just be like, "No, I don't think we met." In this
Oh, I don't know. I think some of those people are crazy.
oh
enough
no,
to be,
no,
like,
that no. Some of those are
like
fucking
sniff
mental.
you as they
Well, that's
pass
what I
you.
mean. That's why you gotta wear the baseball cap, change your hairdo when you go out.
Yeah.
I was listening to Belle Delphine, and like she was talking about like some of the comments that she gets. Like, guys, I know that we're filthy. I get it, but these guys take it to a whole new like degree of filth. Like one guy, he was like, "I just want to smell you." Just like he's like, could you just not shower for a week, and like go into a room and just put it in a jar and send it to me? Like he was prepared to give her $1 million, $1 million for her stench. I'm like,
Stench.
Some shit, man.
I was like,
The choice of word.
I wonder how much of it is like how anonymous you can be on the internet.
I
wonder
that's definitely a
I wonder
part
if
of
it's
it.
because people like because you can be anonymous, you can just say dog shit like that.
I
you know
really
what
feel
mean?
like it's gotta be.
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
don't.
Like think about even all the stuff that goes up on like you read like YouTube comments.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Like, you,
Well, there's no accountability.
Just don't,
Is
yeah,
that what it
exactly.
is?
Yeah.
It's gotta be that. Cause like, I would love for these guys. Like it's one of those guys. Like I ever seen that TLC meme? This guy was like a virgin and he like wanted to kiss the girl. He just walks with her and hugs her and walks away.
Yeah.
Yo, I fucking love it. This girl's ready. She's like in the room. He walks in, hugs her, walks out. I'm like, bro, like, how? You know, so like I feel like these guys put them in person, and in front of.
Then
a
we'll
porn star,
see
they're
how
gonna fucking-
they really are.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, they're gonna say shit for sure, definitely.
But anyway, speaking
Yeah.
of relationships,
Yes.
Michael, what is the oldest age woman you would date? Like absolute limit.
I know my limit.
Look, like I don't. Yeah.
So you're laughing. I feel like it's really high then.
No, it's not like I don't know. I guess I've never thought about the question, man. Like I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather be with someone my age if it's possible. So
So
I
the
guess-
limit is your age then.
Yeah, if that's
Alright.
if that's at all possible. Like,
Yeah.
What about you, Jamal? What would it be?
For me, it's 5 years.
5 years above?
older
Yeah,
than
5
you?
years older than me is like the max. I mean, max. Like I gotta be
Yeah.
really in sync with that person to even consider it, because it's like, I don't know. At my age, like I'm at that weird age now where it's like you're kind of getting your life together, and I feel like once you're 5 years above me, you're already set. Like you're ready for kids,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm not there yet. You know, so it's like.
Yeah.
I would be a bit. Is that the Leonardo DiCaprio thing?
Can you not spoil anything?
It's so funny.
What's happening?
You guys could
Yeah.
at least like be nice and ask me what my
Yeah.
preference is. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What is your preference?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What is your preference, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm a very curious person, right? So like I want to.
I was gonna say like 50.
Okay, whoa,
55.
slow down, slow down.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Okay, you guys are
There's a
weird.
granny in the mall. Fuck, I want to hit that shit.
You guys are
You
weird.
know?
You guys are weird. I want to feel the gums. Okay.
What? There's gun. I want to feel the gun. Granny in there just getting at it. Like, go ahead, Granny. Yeah, man.
No, the scene from Yes Man with Jim Carrey.
Oh, jeez, that'd be even worse.
Gets me
but
every
yeah.
time. The gums are life.
No, but like, what is the age of? Give me a number.
When do they get gummy?
Dude, they get gummy whatever the fuck you want to get.
So I
gummy.
guess it's unlimited.
So you just
'Cause
date.
the- no,
so,
the way
so
I
you
see
date
it-
a 90-year-old. You would be like,
The way I see it is like they have an expiration date, right? Because they're going for the big sleep. See, Michael, you're looking at me
this
like.
episode's gonna be called The Big Sleep. Like, let's see it now. This guy. So you're telling me an 85-year-old walks up to you and she's like, I want to fuck you. You're gonna hit it.
Have you seen Liza Minnelli?
You're not answering my question, Patrick. Why are you avoiding the question? 85 grandma walks into the bar. She wants to hit it. What do you do?
That man said it best when he was on Family Feud.
Why are you avoiding the question?
Naked grandma.
Why are you avoiding the question, dude? He's not answering the question.
you
You're
know,
telling me that you're not gonna fuck an 85-year-old?
no, what the hell?
Okay, so
Disgusting.
then what is your limit? What is your limit?
All right. 84. All right.
God.
Anyways, all this to say, Leonardo DiCaprio cannot date a woman over 25.
That's so funny.
His most recent victim
What? Yeah,
is
he
Camilla Ramon. She's an American supermodel, and she just turned 25 in June.
Yeah.
And he recently dumped her, thus fulfilling the prophecy that Leo cannot stay with a woman who is over 25. The man himself is 47.
Yeah.
47.
All of his girlfriends after 25, he
gets
cuts them
rid of?
off. He cuts them
Wow.
off. It's really funny.
Wow.
How many girls did you research? How many girlfriends you actually had?
At least a dozen. I mean, he's Leonardo DiCaprio.
I mean, I know that, but I find that really funny. That it's like 25.
But he can. That's the thing. He's super rich. He can
I
buy
mean, yeah,
people.
he could date whoever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I just find it so
I wonder
funny.
why. Like, what's the thing?
It's an age thing. It's
I
gotta be an
think
age
things
thing.
start sagging, and I think the
At
You
25.
think it's like that?
no,
I don't know.
okay, maybe not that, but maybe it's like the what's it called, the clock that women have for like reproduction. They want to have kids and all that.
Oh, so
I think it's that most women around that age are like start thinking about having kids, and I doubt he wants them.
At 25?
or 25.
Well, 25. Typically, that's when you're supposed to have kids, like biologically, because that's when your body's most
Really?
ready for it. After
Is that
30,
the case?
the chances of complications
I'm
during
fucked.
birth get worse and worse.
I'm not even ready yet. What the fuck? I'm
Okay.
turning 25 next year.
Okay. And he's in his relationship and he dumps them as soon as they turn 25?
Well, this time it was a few months, but yeah.
Kind of quirky.
I honestly, I don't know. I feel like Leo DiCaprio is really boring in bed. I feel like he's just fucking boring.
He's really boring.
I feel like he's boring, man. I don't know. I look at him, I'm like, what the fuck do you do? Like, I feel
What
like
does anyone do? What do you?
I feel like he's just a
Actor.
missionary and just calls it a day.
He just...
He's like, no, I think he makes her do all the work.
Jesus.
No, he wouldn't.
You wouldn't get a model and then have them be just a mannequin, you know?
Yeah, but most models, most hardcores like that. They're like, oh, I'm so fucking good at bed. And they get on top for 2 minutes and they're tired. I would know.
Michael, do you have any input for this?
Honestly, no, I really don't.
The only like the hottest chick that I dated, 100% I told her she was like, oh, I'm gonna do all this. I'm like, okay, get on top. 2 minutes, she's like, can we switch? I'm like, bitch, it's been 2 minutes. I just caught my breath. The fuck are you on? I've been on your ass like for 35. I switched for 2. You're tired. Fuck off. Like, actually, ride that dick. Keep
I
going.
know. It's like they can talk for hours, but then, you know, their jaw gets sore all of a sudden. So rest in peace. She's looking for an apartment herself. She was spotted by TMZ.
She's rich. She's an American supermodel. Like, boo.
But just imagine going from a giant mansion to like an apartment. Even if you're rich, that's just sad.
I wouldn't want a mansion though. Why? Honestly, if I ever do get rich and I buy a mansion, someone stop me. It's useless.
I'd probably get more.
Someone stop
I'd get
me.
more. I'd
Don't
get
let
more
it
of a car.
happen.
Just stop me.
What do you think though, like the most, like, if you did get like all the money you wanted, what would be like the first big buy that you got yourself?
Probably for my mom. I'll probably buy her a house.
Really?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm saying this live. I'm saying this recorded to make sure that.
Yeah, my immediate thought was something selfish, and
Yeah,
you're just
like
like,
where,
for my
like-
mom.
Well,
Bahamas type of thing like that? Like a
No,
nice
Away
resort?
from him.
no, I get her whatever house she would want. I know she loves Montreal. She probably would want to stay here. But
Buy
like,
her the island, yeah.
But not Montreal. But like,
Sure.
I would definitely buy her like a summer house somewhere, like
Nice.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me personally, it would be I think a car. I wanna.
That was my first idea too.
Yeah,
My dream car.
I think I would probably want to get like my dream car, but I also want to keep the car that I have now.
What is your dream car?
Acura TLX.
You know what that is, Michael?
No.
I would want a house, but not big. Like I would want.
Yeah, I would never want like a mansion.
Yeah,
you said.
like a 3.5.
Yeah. I would like a 2-floor, like kind of like that old style house
like
where
a
they have like
home?
the pointy roofs and all that. Kind of
Okay.
like that gothic
like,
style.
very like Victorian.
Have you ever seen
style.
those like
Those
Tudor-style
haunted houses that you
Yeah.
always see.
Have you seen those Tudor style houses? Like
Those
the type-
are
like,
cool.
Those are
Yeah,
beautiful.
those are nice. Those are really
beautiful
nice.
houses.
Yeah, I would say that. I don't
Exactly.
know. I mean, shit, you know, maybe it was sudden, right? I guess you moved out like right away from Leonardo.
Well,
so, like,
he dumped her and then she's
yeah,
looking for her own
exactly.
place.
I mean, so she's probably finding something now. You just can't whoosh in a new mansion for her.
But she can probably go wherever she wants if she's rich, right?
She's probably gonna find some other fucking guy to date.
I'm sure.
Like I look at Ariana Grande. She's dating. She dates a retailer. He.
But she makes her own money. Like she's. A
Well,
pretty
yeah,
good artist,
she's
right?
good, but like her boyfriend, he sells houses to rich people, so he's good too. Like, I don't
Oh, he's a
know.
real estate agent.
Yeah, he's a real estate agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought-
retailer isn't a real estate.
Sorry.
No, I misunderstood.
Yeah. No, I said the wrong word.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, so she's dating him, which is I don't know. Our God is so hot.
All right, let's not get into that.
I would do so many things to her.
Okay, we know.
Yeah.
every week he does this.
Take it easy,
he
man.
just gets onto woman and he's like,
what
oh man,
time is it? It's like
dude,
4 in the afternoon.
the fudge that she's packing.
It's 8 o'clock somewhere.
Small dog.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ozzy Osbourne, one of my favorite artists and celebrity personalities. You may have heard of him. Post Malone made him famous a few years ago when he sang a mumble rap song.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Anyway.
I love that meme. What a great meme.
The 73-year-old metal god recounted the reason why he stopped doing acid.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I read about this.
Years ago, the story goes, he took acid and proceeded to have a 1-hour conversation with a horse. And the only reason the conversation ended was because the horse told him to fuck off. When he came to, like, back down to earth, he was like, wow, that was dumb.
Yeah.
And so he decided not to do it anymore.
Hey, man.
You guys have any crazy, like, stories of substance abuse? Like, I know, Jamal, you don't do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm useless in this conversation.
Did you know anyone who's gone through that kind of thing? Anything crazy off the wall?
I think the only person I can think of that done some crazy shit was our guitar player. No, our drummer. Sorry.
It's always the drummer.
It's
Yeah.
always,
It's always the
yeah,
drummer.
yeah.
Our drummer. He said he felt like he wasn't moving, but he was running. Like he didn't know.
He's running in circles. I'm not even moving, man.
Jesus.
Like he was like, that's how gone he was. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne is hilarious. Ozzy Osbourne is one of those guys where it's like, I would love to be his friend. I feel like he'd be such a cool.
All the crazy stories I'm sure he has.
Yeah, he must have so
When was he
wild.
like at his peak? Was it like 70s or am I like very wrong?
70s, 80s.
He's been it's been a roller coaster. Like Black Sabbath, that was his rise. His
Yeah.
solo career really took off, and then he had that what do you call it, reality TV show with his family in the 90s,
Yeah,
early
I forgot. I've
2000s.
seen
Oh
that.
yeah, that
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
show. Yes.
And he tours regularly, and he's putting out a new album soon.
Really?
And the 2 tracks he's released so far, they're really freaking good.
Apparently, like Black Sabbath, like isn't that the band that like originated what like metal is now? Like, wasn't
Yes,
it,
Yeah,
like,
they're
the first
considered
band?
Pioneers.
the first
That's
official.
crazy to me. Could you imagine
Yeah,
pioneering an entire new sound of music?
exactly.
That's awesome. I mean, he's a great musician.
He's not a musician.
Why is not
He
a
actually
musician?
he knows the only music he can play the harmonica pretty well. He does it on a few
That's
songs.
so niche.
But as far as composition goes,
Stevie-
he doesn't do
Stevie
much in the way.
Wonder. Oh, really?
He writes his lyrics and he sings. But
Huh.
like when he's a solo artist,
Yeah.
his backing band
Yeah.
is like a rotation. Like, oh, who's hot these days? We get him in here.
Oh, seriously?
Featuring so and so, all
Okay.
that. Like,
Oh, okay.
because
Alright. I
he's a
didn't
solo
know that.
artist,
But you
right?
wouldn't call someone who sings a musician? I guess it's wrong. Right?
Depends if
What would
they
you call
actually-
them, an
if-
artist.
Yeah,
A singer, I guess.
a singer.
Oh yeah, maybe
Singer,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe it's more along the line.
'Cause
Yeah.
if you're not playing an instrument,
I guess you don't qualify as a musician without an instrument. Right?
if you're not, if you could at least compose.
Yeah.
Because I've heard the saying of, not all musicians are composers and not all composers are musicians.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Okay,
'Cause
I like
it's different to write and to play.
Okay.
But if you're doing neither and you're just singing, like, you can have an idea for a melody, but it doesn't make you a musician.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like Charlie Puth. He writes all those songs. Charlie Puth.
I've heard that name before.
He did the Paul Walker song when he died.
It means nothing. I have no respect for Paul Walker. He
What?
mediocre actor, and then he
What?
died tragically. Therefore, makes
What?
him a great person. I don't get it.
No, he's not a great person. He was a good actor.
Next, you're gonna tell me JFK is a great president because he got shot in the head. Eh?
Jesus.
Put a bullet in my head. I'll be a great carpenter.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
That's all.
So yeah, substance abuse is fun. It's great. He's also Ozzy Osbourne. He's also leaving the United States because he lives in California, right? But he's moving because he just thinks it's time to go home. And with the state of America, like how it
That's
is,
fair,
Where does he live originally? I guess it's like Britain.
Birmingham. That's where
Oh,
that's where he grew up, and that's where Black Sabbath originated.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so he's gonna go back home.
Yep. He
That's
said it
nice.
in a quote. I just think it's time to go home.
It's beautiful around there, or
It's
at least
beautiful,
the things
it's
I've seen.
really nice.
Have you been to like?
No,
England
but
and things like
I
that?
heard it's really nice. over
Yeah,
there.
seriously.
But
Apparently Wales. Like I'd love to go to Wales.
Yeah,
It's like
Wales
God's
is
country,
crazy.
huh?
Wales was really
Beautiful.
cool.
Yeah. Well, Birmingham back in the day was very dark and like dreary.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
why.
that-
That's where
that-
metal
that's
came
why.
from.
Oh, seriously? I guess like the birth.
all the pent up anger.
The Genesis, huh?
Yeah.
That reminded me. Did you know that in the past like few years, every year 100,000 people leave L.A.
No, but I don't know much about LA. I know it's where people like. Isn't that where you go to make your fame and fortune? Like if you're, especially if you're doing performance, like acting. And,
Well, that's
Yeah.
like the place.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was New York for the
For
longest
music-
time.
well,
Right?
New York's it's another one.
New
but
York
it's
is like I would say second.
Yeah.
It's debatable, but I think it's second.
I think it used to be number one Back in the day,
And now it's LA?
Definitely,
New York
no.
City was like the place, but like
Yeah.
LA is like.
For music, it's Nashville. Yeah.
Like they have
Nashville.
now. Nashville's very
Nashville.
country.
For music,
Country wise,
Wow.
a lot of singers country wise. Carrie Underwood, very big over there. Well, like I like right now they have this thing in LA.
Mhm.
Celine Dion did it for a little bit. It's called the Vegas residency.
Yeah.
So basically, they stay in Las Vegas for 3 months, and they're doing a show every night.
Yeah, it's a contract.
Oh my god, you'd be toasted though, wouldn't
Insane,
you?
man. What?
You'd be toasted doing
I'd
a
be
show every
dead.
night.
I'd be dead.
Yeah,
I don't know
seriously.
how the hell they're doing it. Silk Sonic, which is Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, they
Oh, they
did
make
it.
good music.
Oh,
Oh my
so
god,
good.
they make good
And,
music.
and
What's that album that they did?
An Evening with Silk
Oh
Sonic.
my god, so
Every
good.
song, every
So
song's a
good.
banger.
Yeah, the entire album you could play
The
from start
banger.
to finish.
The banger.
I loved how it felt like it was a vintage, like, but it'll be a vintage in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Like that's what it felt.
Yeah,
Such
it
a
was.
good album.
Oh, the
So,
album.
so good.
And Anderson .Paak.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
such
yeah.
a
I
good
love him.
drummer.
He's so good.
Yeah,
His
he's
voice
smooth.
too.
He's
He's
smooth.
so
He's so
good.
smooth.
Yeah, he's a good
But
artist.
Usher right now is doing it right now. I was actually listening
Oh, I
to
haven't heard
him.
that name in
I
a
have
long time. Oh my
I have
God.
Sirius XM radio.
Yeah.
So I got to listen to his performance. It's funny. I also listen to these artists that like I've kind of like fallen out these last couple of years because they get to parts in the song where they have to put their voice higher and they just don't sing it. They just go like, you sing. Then I'm
Here
like,
you go.
I'm like,
That's
you
funny.
fucking cheater.
It's you guys'
He's like-
turns.
He
Yeah,
sings
yeah,
the low
yeah.
part, the high part comes and he goes
To
I'm
you.
like, yo,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
a
yeah.
guy, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, he deserves it. After doing it for 25 years, I think if Ozzy Osbourne were to tell the crowd to sing the whole song, you wouldn't go, oh, Ozzy Osbourne not singing anymore. You would go, fuck, that was really fun.
You ever
Like,
seen those clips where like they get them to do that and the crowd will like sing their whole song?
Yeah, man.
Could you imagine
Whole
how
song.
good that must feel as an
It
or
must
like you
feel
know
so good.
any portion
whole
of the
song.
song, any portion of the song.
I've seen
It must be amazing. As
I've
an
seen
artist.
it where it goes the opposite way, where no one knows
Oh,
the lyrics
really?
or cares.
Oh, boy.
Never mind.
That's rough.
I think it was Kid Rock or someone tried to do it, and I saw the clip, and it's like, oh god,
Just
it's
dead
painful.
silence?
It's,
Kid Rock.
it's not dead
unfortunately.
silence, but it's like you can't hear it.
'Cause people don't
Like
know
so few
100%.
people are doing it, you can't
Oh
hear
yeah,
it.
because you're only getting like 15% that know.
You'd
what's
be
going
like,
on.
you say half the chorus, you put the mic out, silence, and then it continues, and it's
That's
just awkward.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
awkward. It doesn't
rough.
work.
That's
It's
rough.
almost like doing a stage dive, huh? It's like rolling the dice. You have to see.
In a way, in a way.
odds?
Either you're gonna land
But-
in the crowd or you're gonna
Yeah,
die.
or your
Gotta
crowd
master
is
the
not going
crowd.
to sing anything to you. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate.
That sucks. Yeah, no, that's Kid Rock did that. Kid Rock's popular though.
He
What
was.
song
Was. No, I don't even remember.
Was it like also like Summer Long, all Summer Long? Because that's like
Fuck that song. I hate that song.
I don't even recognize it.
You just
I have to
ripped
hear
off.
it.
It's just Sweet Home Alabama mixed with something else.
Okay.
Sweet Home Alabama.
That's a
Yeah.
good fucking song.
Let Me Have It.
What?
Okay.
What?
Let me have that one.
Have what?
Kid Rock being a good artist. He's a good artist. Okay.
You think so? You actually like him?
Yeah, I think he's good.
You know what?
I don't
Ba
remember
with the
enough Kid
ba,
Rock.
the bang, the dang, diggy diggy is
that
honestly
him?
a guilty pleasure. Yeah, it's like I think it's him featuring someone or someone featuring him.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
that
he is
like-
on it.
Isn't that like Mad Cobra? Am I losing my mind?
No, not.
Isn't that Cobra
I
style?
don't think so.
I honestly.
It's possible they did a remix with that or something.
Oh, maybe I'm
Who
thinking
knows?
of that because there's certainly that sample somewhere that I'm thinking of.
It's just one of those songs, a guilty pleasure, complete guilty pleasure.
Okay.
That's funny.
But yeah, so 100,000 people every year leave California. Well,
I mean-
leave LA specifically. They go to Vegas or they go to Colorado, Texas also.
So I wonder how much of that is like. You think it's all industry? Because I know like.
No,
especially-
it's based on the homeless problem,
Is
the
there a big homeless
climate
problem?
change,
Oh yeah.
Really?
and the
For sure.
prices of everything are going
Yeah,
up.
like I was there. The
All-
climate change
All the
wise.
casinos.
Yeah, climate change wise, like there's a lot of like droughts and stuff that happen all throughout California, right? And like
And the
aquifers are
wildfires
drought.
But then why are you going to Texas?
God,
It's
yeah.
worse.
Wildfires.
Texas,
hotter.
I think, isn't Texas cooler than LA? I would think so.
Yeah, but isn't Texas right on the equator, or am I crazy?
You're crazy.
It's right on the border. Like
You're very bad at geography, so.
Also, at the same time, like if you look at the map, it's not all elevation that determines weather patterns, right? Like
That's
It's
true.
elevation and on the equator, like actual height off the ground. Because if you're higher, that means it's cooler because it's cooler up higher.
no hotter rises.
Higher rises, but
Yeah, no, he's right.
no, but like the tops of mountains are always frozen.
Yeah, but isn't that a pressure thing? I'm gonna sound so stupid.
This is all confusing now.
Isn't it a pressure thing? Like that's why water boils at lower temperatures or higher temperatures. No, lower temperatures once you get higher because the pressure's lower.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
You know what? I'm gonna trust him. He's
He's
an
smart.
engineer.
He is
Yeah, but
smart.
like I've said a lot of wrong things in my life. I'll continue to do it too. So like, don't take anything. Grain of salt, grain of salt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
Anyways,
Yes.
more entertainment news. She-Hulk is here, and she's mad.
She-Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like Hulk, but
it's like Hulk, but it's a woman. Anyways,
Remember that?
people are really enjoying the series. Watching a woman tear things apart and smash everything in sight, including men, if you know what I mean. In fact, the show has garnered so much praise for its courage of depicting She-Hulk twerking with Megan something rather, some rapper, whatever.
Meg the Stallion, a rapper?
Yes, that's her.
Stallion,
Yeah.
yep,
She was on an episode and they twerked together.
Is this a show? It's not
A
movie?
giant 9-foot
It's a show.
Hulk woman was twerking with Megan the Stallion.
Is this like the second Marvel phase? Like, isn't that
Fourth. This is the fourth phase.
No, but I mean, like, isn't there? Oh, here are the movies, and now here are the shows. Like,
Yeah, I
Yes,
guess.
it's
we're at that point. In
Yeah,
the thing?
yeah, we're definitely
Yeah,
there.
good for them. Imagine how much money they're making right now.
Like,
Do you
they're
think
losing money.
I want what?
They're losing money.
Really?
We talk about it extensively on the show. We won't get too far into it.
Oh, really?
But people,
They're not
the
doing
quality
very
of the movies has gone down. They're
The
putting
movies are trash. Have you seen
and
after?
the shows.
The last one I saw was like the Infinity War.
Okay,
And
so
just finish. We
that
watched.
was the
We were
peak.
there. We saw Endgame.
Yeah.
So that was it. Stop there. Spider-Man is still good, but other than that, just stop.
Well, yeah, wasn't the whole big thing about the Spider-Mans is that like they all have all the Spider-Mans in them? They had like
there was Toby came
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
and
they
he
had
came
Tobey
back.
Maguire,
It was great.
yeah.
It was
It was
really
a good
fun.
film.
It was fucking fantastic. It
Yeah.
was so well done.
Yeah.
So obviously about She-Hulk, I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
People
don't
people
like
are
She-Hulk?
speculating about the ratings because Disney, among other streaming services, inflate their numbers. So there's no real way to tell if it's doing well or crashing and burning. Because like, even if something's doing bad, they're gonna be like, no, it's doing great. It's to like encourage people to watch it, even though
yeah.
it's terrible and everyone knows it.
Makes sense.
I was never interested to begin
Very
with.
few people were interested to begin with, and so far it's not going too well.
Okay.
Did you know, like, the writers said specifically, we're writing a courtroom comedy drama, but we don't know anything about courtroom dramas. So all the courtroom stuff just falls flat and it's boring.
But how could you even say courtroom comedy drama with Marvel attached to it? How could it be anything other
Daredevil
than
did that.
superheroes?
Daredevil did that
Yeah.
I don't know
I didn't
what
watch
Daredevil
Daredevil.
is.
on Netflix.
I don't
I don't
have, so. I don't
Alright,
know.
it's an excellent series.
It's good?
The
Yeah.
the first.
And Daredevil is
two
Marvel?
seasons? Yeah.
Yeah. All I know from the Marvel movies is like it's
The main
basically
guys.
like live action cartoons to me. Like that's
You're not necessarily wrong.
Yeah.
like so I like to me that's why it doesn't make sense. Like with the
Yeah.
law
That's
thing.
fair. That's fair.
Alright.
They're trying to like spin off like do like their own thing now. Ever since Disney bought Marvel, like okay, now we make TV shows with everything.
It's ridiculous.
But I wonder, like, do you think when they made Iron Man 1, which I went and saw when I was like a kid, and I thought, wow, what like a good movie. Do you think they knew they were sitting on a pile of cash?
Well, they had planned to do they wanted to do the Avengers even when they did Iron Man 1 because the post credit scene, first ever, was talking. Sam Jackson comes up to Tony Stark and he's like, "We're putting a team together," and then that's.
They knew from then.
Yeah.
That's
But
so
no one,
crazy to
almost
me.
no one saw the end credits because no one
No
knew
one
about
knew
it.
about it,
Everyone
yeah.
just leaves during the credits.
It's true. Well, if I did, I don't remember it.
I didn't set foot through it.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
left as soon as
crazy.
Black Sabbath stopped playing.
Yeah. I wonder, man, if they knew, like, just from the get-go it was going to be super successful.
I think they must have known.
All right, last thing.
Yeah.
Continuing with a bit of superhero talk, we're all webheads, right? We like Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, those are
There you
no
go.
qualms.
So we're in agreement. Are we in agreement that Sam Raimi's trilogy in the early 2000s is among the best superhero movies ever
I
made?
still think for me, the best superhero movies of all time are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies. Those are them for me.
That's funny.
Personally, that and like I would consider
I have some
Scooby-Doo a
nostalgia for
superhero
them.
back in the day.
I feel that. I
Yeah,
feel that.
yeah.
Like for
I
me personally,
think you say it's the best one of all time, or you just say it's one of the best.
It's just a setup.
oh, I would put
For
it
the
up there.
story.
Like if you're talking
Okay.
about like, do I agree? Yeah, I think they're good.
Like,
Yeah, no,
Like, if I
they're
had,
really
if I had a
good.
younger
I was curious
sibling,
in the opinion.
Yeah.
Because the UK recently broadcast it on television, and you know, it's a lot of people consider the first Spider-Man to be a pretty perfect superhero movie, but the UK was like, no, we're gonna fix it. So they fixed it by censoring a line in Spider-Man 1. They removed the line, "Nice outfit. Did your husband make it for you?" Because remember he's wrestling the big guy, and it's like a leotard.
Yeah.
So he says that line, but that's homophobic. So they cut it out of the movie, and everyone's like up in arms, like, what the
So let me get this
What?
straight. They cut that one line. That was it.
They cut the one line.
and
What's
everyone's
wrong with
upset
that?
about it.
No, it's ridiculous. Why even cut the line? That's what Spider-Man does.
Okay,
He
but-
makes quips.
But why are they upset if it's one line?
They had Tobey Maguire say that.
No, 'cause-
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But like, it's one line, dude.
Dude, no.
It's
Because
not that big. It's too.
no, that's the thing. That's how it starts. This is Big Brother. They're censoring our content.
Yeah, but
Oh.
Europe always censors stuff differently than America. If you ever look at like any video game, they have like a game.
That's more China. That's more China.
No, but games that come from let's just say right, Nintendo makes a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have Nintendo of America. They have their own regulations, and Europe they always get the game a day later than everywhere else. China gets the game first, The day later, it's America. Like when Transformers Ultimate came out, I remember because I was waiting for
Am I
that
tripping?
game.
I thought that was because of time zones. Like,
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily wrong.
I remember
time
like, when
zones-
Cyberpunk came out, like Australia got it first, didn't I? Like that's why I was logged in as Australia on
That's
my
funny.
VPN. I thought so. I've done
it's
that.
possible.
100%. I've done that.
But I think Australia's on the same wavelength as America for that, possibly. But I do know, like, for certain games, they got it a day later. It could be the timing zone, but I do know for a fact that I do watch some videos where they have weird censorships.
Yeah.
And Europe always has some weird shit. They always censor things that you would never really consider to be sensory. Until you look at it and you go, okay, in an extreme case, I could see why, but you're like, it's not, like, too crazy.
So, like, are you guys types of people who are, like, against, like, all of the changing of, like, the
Oh,
language
I'm
and stuff
completely
like
against
that?
censorship. Because for me, it's a piece of art. Someone put hard work into this, and this is their final product that they wanted to put out. It'd be like going to an art museum, and on every painting, someone covered up a square of it because, like, oh, that can't do that. So it's like a green spot on an otherwise perfect piece of art. You're just like, well, where's that piece?
Okay.
I guess I think considering that the movie is old, why edit it? Why go back and edit it?
It's a piece of history.
Yeah.
And you're just changing it because, like, oh, I don't think it's acceptable to... Who are you to say that?
Yeah, but okay.
I
But
guess.
then I'm going to sound like a broken record. But we said this multiple on the podcast. We had talked about this type of stuff before. Is that companies want to get ahead of the curve, right? They want to get ahead of the ever changing and now even more rapidly changing world. Example: Lizzo, when she made her last album that came out, right? Very, very popular singer. Very.
I haven't heard any of her stuff, though.
Very good. Very good. She's a very
Okay.
good. Very good live singer. I gotta say. She's a big girl, and she's an advocate for big women. She's like, big women can do just as much as skinny women can. Like, we are just as beautiful.
They can't wear small clothes.
Anyway, so basically,
So that was easy.
So she was she had to go back into the studio, and I don't remember the line, but she had to redo a line of a song because he had said something in the song. And I'm going, it's ever changing. It's like this is quick. So what I'm saying is that whoever this company was, do you know who aired the movie? Was it BBC?
What? Oh, it's... I don't know the official broadcaster, but no.
Because I'm saying...
Some in the UK.
You gotta look at it from their... Well, what's so crazy about UK, right, is that UK has a show called Naked... Have you ever heard of a show called Naked Attraction?
No.
The show's wild. Okay, if you get a chance to watch it on YouTube, it's wild.
Naked
Basically,
Attraction?
in short, it's a dating show, right? The woman...
No, don't say what I think you're gonna say.
Oh, you ready? Get ready for
Are you
this
for
one.
real?
I swear to God, bro.
Really?
I swear to God. The woman's there, she's in clothes, right? She's dressed. There are 6 boxes, right? Of her preferred sex, so women or men, whatever.
That's gold.
What happens is that the boxes move up from the feet to the head, so they go from the feet, right? So they start leg and
That's
dick,
funny.
right?
That's
So
funny.
this is if it's heterosexual, you see his legs, you see his cock. I mean,
This
not,
is censored, though, right?
No,
For TV?
no, not pixelated. You see the whole cock. There is
I guess
nothing.
it's Europe, right? They have different
Yeah,
censorship.
that's what I'm
you can
saying.
swear
That's
on
so
TV
weird.
there,
Why
right?
would-
So that's what I'm saying. So,
Kinda
right?
funny, though.
So you see the whole cock, right? So when she does, she looks at each person, each cock, each
She
leg,
picks?
and she picks one to
like, leave.
to leave, right? You see the whole face.
That's
and
funny.
then he goes, okay, nice to see whatever. Then the other 5, they come up to like his chest. Again, they do
Oh,
it.
so she like, oh wow.
And then the face
That's
does
funny.
it. Then she asks him a question. Off the voice does it again. Then when there's 2 left, they come out. They're still naked, by the way. She leaves. She comes out naked. Yeah.
Wow, what
Yeah.
a twist.
Yeah. She then picks one, and then they
Wow.
go on a date. Of course, closed. And they go on a date, closed, and they go
Wow.
from there. But the show is wild.
That's crazy.
I mean, honestly,
That's insane.
I gotta say, there was one episode where the woman had picked a guy who had both his legs amputated, but the guy was super nice guy, fucking beautiful blue eyes.
Nice
man.
cock.
No, he wasn't. But like,
It was mutilated.
but like, no, he had a small dick. He had just a small.
Jesus
Dick.
Christ.
No, I swear to God, though, I swear.
Alright.
And like, the guy had like blue eyes, and she picked him. The girl who was picking, when she came out, her whole fucking area jeweled. She had like fucking beads all over.
Like piercings or something?
No, like glued, like
Bejeweled.
Oh.
Yeah, like her pussy was jeweled up.
Man, grooming is weird, eh?
It was,
It's
yeah.
fucking
I was
strange.
like, so Naked Attraction. But what I'm saying is that look at that censorship compared to what Patrick's talking about. I feel like you never know. They might go, oh, who knows?
Honestly, what I think is just put disclaimers on everything, and then
Yeah, if you put a disclaimer,
it's up to
okay.
you.
Yeah.
If it makes you mad, just don't watch it.
But they're gonna, but people like to cause problems. People love the
when your life is so comfortable that you have time to take out of your day to complain about something that doesn't actually affect you, then you know you're completely privileged and you need to get a life.
Well, some people have that time, man, and those are people that
Damn, rich people.
You know
Other
what I'm
people are
saying?
out there busting their ass trying to like make ends meet, and they don't have time to complain about stupid stuff like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So then they need to stay ahead of the curve because what happens, right? If they don't take out that line, people get mad, right?
They don't need to touch it.
What I'm saying is they get mad. They revolt against the company. Now that company, who knows? There's a TV show. You go, listen, we're gonna put the show on your network, but because of this whole controversy with the Spider-Man movie, we're gonna go to this network. Now they lose money because of this, right? Or are they gonna go, okay, let's get a couple of hardcore Spider-Man 1 fans upset, but save the general population?
Well, everyone thinks it's ridiculous. Like,
I don't think
general superhero movie fans, which is quite a few people, I would say.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying. Well, then who's getting upset though? Because they have to do this for a reason.
Basically, anyone who like sees this is happening, like, you're like, wait, what? But if you don't know the movie, you probably won't even notice that it's missing.
Yeah, I don't think I would have noticed. To be honest, you said the line. I don't remember.
But it's just one of those things. Like, just leave it. It's a piece of history in a way.
I agree with you in that sense, though. Yeah.
It's like it'd be like censoring Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
What is it called?
It's a classic black and white movie from like the 50s.
Okay.
It deals with like slavery topics and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me think of a dystopian future kind of thing, where they just censor everything to make sure everyone thinks a specific way, and at the end humanity is lost. And it's like in there was a book, I remember the main character is like out of time, like he time traveled or something, and he comes to the world and everyone's just like a robot basically because they have no personalities that differ from one another, and it just ends with him killing himself because he feels alone in this sea of people.
Oh
that just,
yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, we read it in high school and I was like, Jesus Christ, and it just makes me think of that, and it's incredibly depressing. Like, the big sleep needs to come for these people.
We're calling it the big sleep.
The big sleep.
Yeah.
Anyways, to close out,
Yes.
Michael, I have a few questions for you.
Yeah, okay.
I believe you to be an intelligent person. You're the most highly educated person I know.
Well, fingers crossed.
I think I can say the same for Jamal, right?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. You want to be a professor? Is that it?
Maybe it's possible. So
It's a possibility. Sorry, I don't want to bring the midlife crisis back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Since I believe you to be super intelligent, can you answer me a science question real quick?
You can quiz me.
I saw not necessarily a quiz. It's just like, out of my curiosity.
I can do my best.
I saw a post on the internet, and you know that's a lot of bullshit, right?
Yeah.
That circulates around there.
Yeah.
So the picture was an electric car, like a Tesla, and like driving down the highway, and the person, I don't know, it might not be real or not, but they had attached like a belt to the outer wheel. Yeah. So as it spins, it generates electricity to a generator, and the generator hooks into the battery.
Oh yeah.
So it circulates electricity throughout the car.
Yeah.
And in the comments, people are saying that's not possible because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Is it or is it not possible for an electric car to generate its own electricity if the battery's charged, and from there the energy just circulates throughout the system?
To be like, I'm not an expert about cars, locomotion, or anything like that. The brief things I've done in like, you know, like a thermo class or brief things of that nature is that you can't have, like, there's no free lunch. You can't have the thing power itself. So generally those things don't ever work. Like, have you ever seen
is it the concept of like putting wind into your own sails, like with a fan kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of.
It's the same concept?
Well, like, that is something you could do. Like, if you put, like, if someone, like, have you ever seen, if someone takes an umbrella and they take like one of those like lawn leaf blowers, put themselves in a cart and then blow, like, you'll move around, right? But it's like in terms of the car doing it itself, like I'd have to think like it's one of those. You ever seen those perpetual motion machines, where it's like water that runs into itself and it continues to go? Those always slow down and stop because there's some type of loss of energy somewhere. I imagine with the car it would be the same thing, right? Because if you think, like, one way to ask yourself, okay, why wouldn't it be possible, is to ask yourself, okay, like, if it was possible, every single electric car would be doing it, right?
That's what I was wondering.
So if it is possible, they would be doing it. So because you're not seeing it, it's not possible. That's the way I would think about it, like, rationally. I can't give you like a physics explanation for it. Right. I imagine like that's one of those things that's just it would be too good to be true. Like something that could power itself like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not by it rotating. Like, I'm sure you could put like solar panels on your car. Right?
I can see that being that make more sense. Yeah. Just put the whole top of the car solar panels.
It would never be enough to power a car.
But it would definitely help.
Yeah, it could give you a little bit. I'm sure. Like, honestly, solar panels, I don't know how advanced they are at this point, like photonics and all that type of stuff. Like, I don't think.
Elon Musk said if you put X number of acres, and it didn't seem like that much of just solar panels, it would be enough to power the United States.
Yeah. I think in terms of solar panels and stuff like that, I think the main bottleneck is like, from my limited understanding of it, it's the like the way that the way weather is. Like, you know, you're not
Depends,
with
yeah,
a cloudy
like,
day,
where you are, yeah.
where you are in the world, how much actually lumens you're getting from the sun. Because like if you look up here, if I'm not mistaken, I could be speaking wrongly, but like our sun is weaker than the sun that you get at the equator, right? You talk about like us in the winter and things like that. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why people in North American populations, they take vitamin D supplements because you don't get enough sun. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that.
So it's like the solar panels, they need to be put in different places. Like things like that might not work if you're in North America driving your Tesla, powering at your house. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I guess I've kind of said a lot of bullshit. But my answer is my answer is no. I don't think it's.
Answer probably not.
I think it's certainly. I would, if I was writing a test, I would put no. That's not possible.
Okay.
That would be my
Oh,
answer.
it was just feeding my curiosity. I was like, why isn't that a thing? So Mozart or Bach?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not well versed on classical.
So not that smart.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
If you were stuck on a deserted island, what would be your means of survival and/or escape?
I would die.
All right, so the big sleep.
I've said,
The
I've
big
said it
sleep!
before. Like I don't have the tenacity for that stuff. I would literally die on the island. No, I would
That's
die.
fair.
Wow.
That's
I would
fair.
die on the
All
island.
right.
Honestly, I think a lot of people will probably do the same. I think I'll probably be dead.
I'd make an effort because I've always been curious
I
how
make
that
the
would
effort.
go.
I die, but I make the effort.
No, I definitely. I see how it
try.
goes. I try my best. And
Yeah.
if it doesn't happen, no, whatever. Big sleep, come to me.
I don't think I have the wherewithal to try. Like I'd probably be like, oh no, but I'd die on the beach. I think.
I'd be like, finally, a trial worthy of my efforts.
No, I would
Well,
perish.
Well, thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of
It was
fun.
wonderful having you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to be here.
And we will see you next week where it's just me and Patrick. We try not to kill each
We're
other.
supposed to have the special coming up. Hopefully that
Yeah.
works out. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully you heard the new intro. Tell us what you think about it. Worked really hard on it.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I haven't edited it yet, so this is like projecting. I'm gonna work hard on it.
Okay. It doesn't happen for like a month. It's
We'll
like,
see how it goes.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
thanks for listening. Till next time.
We'll
I'm
see
Patrick.
you- Oh, I'm Jamal.
I'm Patrick.
Michael.
And we'll see you next time.
On.
Flabbergasted.
By.
Audacity.
Audacity.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We need to rehearse that.
Yeah, love it.
The decision rests with you. Rests with you.
I could never like talk like this. I could never like talk like this.